One mistake that I see a lot of women make is to be drawn to a man because you share trauma or you share some horrible experience. So I'm just watching Love is Blind France, and I'm seeing this lady who is talking to this guy, and she's like, her father abandoned her as a baby and he never looked back, and him too. His father abandoned him and never looked back. And somehow she's drawn to him for that reason, right? And that happens a lot with women. They find themselves and they be like, oh, I'm a single mother, I have an 8-year-old. And the guy's like, oh, me too, I'm a single father, I have an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old or whatever. And they bond, kind of be like, oh, he's a single father, we share experiences. Women's experiences and that of men are never the same. Even when you experience the same thing, it is never truly the same. Let me tell you something. The society calls a woman who, like, her father abandoned her, they shame her for it. They say she has daddy issues. Have you ever seen a man being addressed as though he has daddy issues? Have you ever seen them talking about daddy issues in relation to a man? Have you ever seen, how many times have you heard people, whenever men talk about being a single father, they are using it as a sign of a badge of honor, in fact, to even tell you how responsible they are raising a child. They're a single father. A woman who is called a single father is a single mother. Is called run through. They say she's run through. She has a child. She's a single mother as a badge of shame. They don't say it as a badge of honor like they say to men. Men have different experiences. When a man tells you he's a single father, it doesn't mean he's raising the child. There are other women, maybe his sister, his mother, his friends who are raising that child for him. You who is a single mother, people around you are shaming you for that decision, and they want to punish you for making the decision to keep that pregnancy. So even your mother, even if she's helping you, she will be insulting you in the process. She will be shouting, she will be angry, but she will raise the child that your brother brought out with joy and happiness. Okay, so you don't have the same experiences. You're not experiencing the same trauma with a man. When a woman is abandoned with a son, okay, you would think a girl who is abandoned with a son will grow up to have the same experiences. Absolutely not. The society will even encourage that guy that when he grows up and he has a child, it's okay for him to abandon his own child too. They will tell him, you don't know, when you become a man, you will know why your father left. Your mother was the one that pushed him away. You understand why your father left. But for a woman, they will tell her that, oh, you want to behave just like your mother, and that was why your father left, because you're having the same character as your mother. Your mother trained you to have the same character. Okay, but for a man, they are training him to understand why his father left, and his father was never the problem. So you never, and that is why when I talk about women don't marry a man who is a divorcee, it seems like I have double standards when I say it is not the same thing with a woman who is a divorcee. Okay, because the experiences are never truly the same. It is never truly the same issue we are dealing with. It is never truly the same. A single mother is somebody who a man abandoned her, but society never sees it that way. A divorced woman is a woman who has tried to make her marriage work, but her husband never put in that work to make the marriage work. Women only get divorced when they are pushed to the wall and they don't have an option. If you listen to Unbreakable Ruth, she has shared her story about her divorce. She said it got to a point she did not, even when she was being abused, she did not want to leave, like even physical abuse. And she shared how this man had beaten her one day for 6 hours straight. That it took the lawyer, right, the judge telling her that if you don't file for a divorce, what you're telling UK government is that you and this man are conniving to cheat the system. So it's like she had to be forced to actually file for a divorce from this man. So whenever you hear that a woman is divorced, she did her absolute best, even beyond her best. The man was just not cooperating. You can't control how a man behaves. You can't. And it is not your behavior that makes a man stays with you or not. It has nothing to do with your behavior. Men are so selfish and they don't know how to handle pain. They don't know how to struggle with you. They don't know how to go through horrible experiences with a woman. That's why when a woman bears a child, the man begins to be distant. He doesn't know what to do because his entire life has been women waiting on him. Now that it's his time to wait on you, he will leave. Most divorces, separation, or single motherhood wouldn't have happened if the woman did not have a child. Most divorces, I repeat, would not have happened if that woman did not have a child. Most women would never have known that their husbands were abusive if they never had a child with that man. Because when times get tough, men don't know how to stay. They don't know how to deal with situations. And they don't understand the disparities between let me fix it, and let me just be present. They don't understand it. As long as they don't think it's something they can physically fix, like a bulb that got bad and they can remove it and change it, then they already feel useless. They don't know how to support a woman. They don't know how to support anybody but themselves. And it is their socialization that caused it. So your experiences with that of a man can never be the same.